my channel and welcome back to another Foodie Friday. This is a collaboration that we do the first Friday of every month, and we share just different recipes that we like. So it could be anything from breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts. It is being hosted by Tiffany at SmalltownSix and Jessica at Jessica My Rose. They both have great content on their channels, and I'm going to leave the links down below. So please go and check their channels out. And I will also leave the playlist down below. So please click that link and go and check all the great recipes that you will find in this collaboration. And now I'm going to show you what it is I made for this Foodie Friday collaboration, and I hope that you enjoy the video. And this Foodie Friday, I'm making a Butterfinger cake. And I've made something similar to this, basically with just Butterfingers. You would use crushed up Butterfingers, angel food cake, and the vanilla Jello pudding, and the Cool Whip. And that would be a Butterfinger Delight cake. And this, but I decided to go with using this instead. So I'm going to use a yellow cake mix, and you want to bake this just as you would a regular cake. So use all the ingredients you need on the back. You will also need the Smucker's caramel. It's an ice cream topping, and that's a 12.25 I think ounce, and a 14-ounce can of condensed milk. You will need a large box of instant vanilla Jello pudding and a 16-ounce container of Cool Whip, and you want to make sure that this is thawed when you go to use it. And I'm not going to show you baking a cake because I think everybody knows how to bake a cake. So the first thing I'm going to do is bake this, and then I will show you the next thing that I'm going to do. It's also a poke cake, so you can kind of know where I'm going with it. While your cake is baking, add the condensed milk and the caramel sauce to a bowl, and you just want to mix this until it is completely combined. So just stir until everything is mixed in. And this is a poke cake. So what you will do as soon as this comes out of the oven, so while it's hot, take a wooden spoon or a straw and just make a bunch of holes on the top. And once you have the holes and it is still hot, you want to pour that condensed milk and caramel sauce over the top and make sure that you get it into each of those holes. So kind of soak it through, and I try to do that first, where I kind of drip it into the holes first, and then I'll pour the rest of it over the top of the cake. And then you will just let this cool completely before we go to the next step. Now follow the directions on the pudding box. And usually it's 3 cups of cold milk, and you will just mix that up till you get your pudding. And then you will take the Cool Whip and just fold that into the pudding. You don't want to stir it up too much. You just kind of want to fold it in so that way it doesn't get too liquidy. But I made extra, so you don't need this much, but you will need, if you want to make this a smaller amount, just use a small box of the pudding and an 8-ounce tub of the Cool Whip, and that should work out fine and should be enough to cover this. And this is the amount of frosting I had left, so I froze that, and I will use that when I make this again. And measure the Butterfingers with your heart because you just use as much or little as you want, but this is what makes the dessert a Butterfinger dessert. So I put those in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer for just a little bit, so that way when I crushed it up, the chocolate wouldn't stick to the bag and it wouldn't melt. So just crush it into smaller pieces. And if you want, you can also cut them up with a knife, but I just find this to be a little bit easier. And once you have that done, you just sprinkle it over the top of the icing that's on the cake. You will put this in the refrigerator for a little while. You could put it in for a couple of hours. I left this in overnight. I wanted to make sure that's set up really well. And the extra Butterfingers that I had crushed up, I put those in the freezer along with the frosting, and I'm going to put that frosting in the Cool Whip tub that I had. So it just, don't have to use anything else, just reuse that. But this is what it looks like after it comes out of the refrigerator. And this was delicious. Very good dessert. It was not overly sweet. I was a little concerned about that with the condensed milk and the caramel sauce, but not at all. Really delicious. You can taste that Butterfinger. And that frosting, the Cool Whip with the pudding is really, really good. So it's very similar to the angel food cake that my niece makes at Christmas. She just uses, you crumble up the angel food cake and you would put the topping, you know, you'd layer it with the Cool Whip and the pudding and the Butterfingers. But this is good as well and really great for Easter or any time. Please don't forget to check Tiffany and Jessica's channels out and also the playlist that is down below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and that will notify you when I post new videos. Hope everyone has a blessed day, a blessed Easter. God bless y'all.
Love is made of